let's make a new enemy for our indie game, The Space Between. This enemy is going to be found in the Lonely City, and it's going to be a headlight with spider legs, like from a car. We started off with this concept from Kika. The original idea was that it just chases you around and shoots lasers at you, which is pretty cool, but can get kind of generic. So I wanted to add a secondary mode to it to make it less plain. I decided on a turret mode. If it's already a laser firing enemy, then why not just make it randomly stand still and shoot faster lasers at you more frequently, you know, just a little bit more dangerous mode, but at least it's not chasing you anymore. So I started out coding the basic AI with just a placeholder box and little rectangles for the lasers, because that's how I start everything. And once that was done, it was time to code the turret mode. This was kind of interesting to do. I hadn't done many things like it before, so it was interesting to do. And I also didn't want to make it a hard set time frame, like every 5 seconds it enters turret mode, and after 2 seconds it leaves turret mode and goes back to normal, because that's just boring. You gotta randomize things to make things more interesting, unique, and fluid and all that stuff. So every 2 to 5.5 seconds it'll enter turret mode, and it'll go back out of turret mode after 3.5 to 8.5 seconds. So it'll probably be in turret mode more often than not, but that's alright, because if it's in turret mode, it can't move and you can just run away from it, you know? So after that, I adjusted the values a little bit, making some things move slower, move faster, making him move faster or slower, and just making the bullets do a little bit more or a little bit less damage, just to balance it out. Then it was time for the art. The basic render actually wasn't difficult at all, and neither were the animations, because it's just a head and 4 legs. I made the turret transformation animation, I think looks really cool. I made designs for the lasers. Then it was time to set up the animations in Unity, which can get pretty annoying sometimes, but I got there in the end. And then I tested it in the little test room we have for playtesting and adjusted it a little bit more, and then it was time to place it in the world on the streets of the Lonely City. I made it spawn by cars, as you can see here, and they're not that bad on their own. You can handle them pretty easily, especially if you have a shield to block the occasional projectile. But when there's multiple, and especially when multiple turret modes sync up and they're all just spraying lasers at you, it's kind of terrifying. They're, like I said, they're not that bad because you can just run away when they're frozen still spraying lasers at you, but still kind of scary. Anyways, that's it. I can assure you this is not the last you'll see of these guys. We are going to do something else somewhat relating to them, so stay tuned for that. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider subscribing. Help us out a lot. But that's it. See you in the next one.